I'm gonna do this as two parts. I recently had a day that led me to have some confirmation, and it was really nice. But before I get into that, I'm going to give some uh, prerequisite information so we can understand what we're confirming. When I was younger, there was a moment or a time maybe in my development where I became painfully aware of my surroundings, of myself, and of other people. And I say painful because it was like one day I just wasn't carefree. And now I had to live with that. So, with this sudden eye opening development, I had insecurities, insecurities that I had up until today. Not even today, but like for a long time. And, they probably, here and there, maybe they come out a little bit. But yeah, there was insecurities, there was, well, a little bit more than that at times. And it led me to dissociate, and I don't know. I felt the need to do something big in order to be accepted. And this dissociation and that feeling also led me to have a form of alienation. I didn't connect with people well. I always felt like there was something in the way. Probably myself, but something always just felt in the way. It's like I would see people and I just didn't get it. I didn't get them, and I didn't feel like them. I didn't feel above them in any way. I just didn't understand them. And when you feel like you're supposed to be just like everyone else, and when I say just like everyone else, like you should be able to understand them somewhat well at a human level, it feels discouraging. And I don't know if that was due to my over observation or anxiety or insecurities that I almost put just people on a pedestal. People. Not even individuals, just human race on a pedestal. And I wanted to be like them. So you could say I did feel inferior. And I don't I don't feel that way anymore. I think that's partially because well, I've had moments and I've grown and I've learned that while there are, 7 billion plus people on the planet, individualism is real, and you can be an individual even when statistically it shouldn't be very possible. But you can be, because your experience as a person, where you are, and all that is still very unique. And how you experience your circumstances and situations is unique. So, in this moment, I don't have that feeling of inferiority, but when I was growing up, I did. Which, as I said, led to me feeling alienated, which could have been just me alienating myself. It's hard to be around something that feels so unfamiliar. And I did have friends growing up. The friends I made were people that they just felt like I could be who I was around them, and they didn't make me feel inferior. And I didn't have to try as hard. And when I say try, I mean with my day-to-day, even to now, I basically just have things almost rehearsed. My movements, the positioning of my jaw, how open my eyes are, keeping my eyelids not overly open to where I look like I'm like bug-eyed just staring at something. I will typically try to keep a neutral face at all times. The way I walk, I try to walk upright and evenly. And those are just a few examples of just things that I do that I did because of the need to fit in, and not even just fit in, it's like I felt like I needed to do so much more just to be normal. But yeah, I think I've come a long way. A lot of those things I still do, but they've become second nature. It's not like it's not for the same reasons anymore. Walking with good posture is just good. I do let my face kind of just do whatever sometimes. And when I say do whatever, basically natural. Just, if I'm laughing, I'm laughing. If I'm enjoying something, I'm enjoying something. My facial expressions come out a lot more. And I even find it hard to hide them sometimes. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy that my dissociation and my attempt to disconnect is no longer such a main part of me. Because for a long time, it's like I just was trying to dot my I's, cross the T's, and just fit myself into a box that was so tight that it's like I was just trying to cut pieces of myself off just to fit into that box. But yeah, I've grown out of that. It feels nice. The part 2 of this is something that gave me confirmation. When I say confirmation, as in I have grown. I'm no longer just this insecure being trying to fit myself into a box where I basically have to cut things off just to fit into it. So now I'm doing well, and I had a form of confirmation for that, which was great. So yeah, this was just part 1. I'm gonna post part 2 just because it's just a whole other thing.